It's kind of difficult to tie off from this shelter, but so I used to pull in the back and one in the front, and then it drapes on the vehicle and the tent, which gives it adequate strength. And then I just tied off 4 corners. I could have tied off, from 6 spots around the perimeter, but I tied off from 4 and it's adequate. If there was wind, you definitely want to tie it off by more spots on the where it drapes down. And well, that don't like it there. I did organize down here. Organized a lot of my cabinets. Got rid of a couple pots and pans that were just like useless. Yeah, that was more than adequate pressure to get those dishes done. Well, I'll turn you around. Oh, you got just a dumb picture of that Dish Network there. That's too bad. Okay. I just had to tap the back and the whole camera's swinging. Let's see. Yeah. Here's the state of the camper. I got one wireless mic charging. Getting to be a little bit too much stuff dragging around. I gotta sort that out and make a second pack not a traveling pack. I'll just dump that right out here. Well, I guess I've been walking a ways away from the camper with my dirty dishwash water, because I did see a mouse when I was stepping out of the camper here the other day, and that's not good. I don't want to be feeding the local mice. Because I tell you what, one gets in the camper, and that ain't bad, but boy, you get a couple of them, they can just destroy things and make a huge mess so fast you can't believe it. I had that happen, lost some clothing, and and then it's just, I don't like that filth that mice leave, So, get that. I should throw some little poison out there. I hate to poison other animals, but take care of the local mice population wouldn't be bad. I got to get a longer one of those. They got multiple plug-ins on them that have a cord on them, because I have a hard time getting this heater plugged in where it's kind of a stretch for the cord. So I don't need this on right now, but bring it. See, I got to bring it across and then plug it in, and yeah, it's nice though. It becomes noticeable. There's so much window here that if you don't have a heater right here, it starts to fog the window, and then you can feel a draft. But I sure enjoyed it out here. Hate to have to pack up, but I had to get home, do some things. But out here, it's kind of like a full-time job. Life is a bit harder, but it's nicer. And then traveling to town for power, it gets kind of old. It's been nice for the week or so I've been here. But, so, I'll bring you outside on the next video, and I'll show you the tarp over the tent and the car. Oh, and then I had 2 extra poles, one in the front, one in the back. So I took those extra poles and I placed them right next to the door. And all I had to do was loosen up the rope, put the pole under there, and then tighten the rope back up. And it makes it, the car doors accessible, the corner of the door will hit the tent, but it's nice rubber around the corner on this car, which is pretty neat. And so I can get in and out of my car on the front and driver door, and the back seat doors. I'm sure they're accessible too. So it makes kind of a nice setup. I don't know how I'd like it in wind. Because if the tarp is moving, it's going to be moving on the surface of the car. So I don't like that. you know, as far as scuffing up the paint, but as vehicles get older, you worry less about that kind of stuff. But hate to have it put a ugly mar on the car. You know, you might be able to put something in there, some kind of cloth or something to prevent any kind of damage. But and then the back, I can open the tailgate, but not totally up. You know, so there's a setting in the car where I can set the tailgate to only come up like 3/4 or something, as opposed to all the way, which is taller. And even there might be 3 settings, so I got to find that. And then that's good. I can open that. And does that require loosening rope? I'm not sure. I could probably loosen those. No, I'd have to loosen I think I'd have to loosen the ridgeline to get up any higher. But it's got curved corners where the lights wrap around the tailgate, which is pretty gentle on the Tarp. So, and so anyways, I can get it up, I'd say approximately 3/4 of the way up, and it works. You got access to the back of your car. And then at night, I was thinking a plan would be to take the 2 tarps at the doors, take those down, and then tighten up the ropes, and then take one of those poles and put it right behind the tailgate, and then you can extend the peak of the car. In fact, if it was snowing or heavy rain, you'd probably want to have extra support there, because it's not even. The tailgate kind of is in the wrong direction. But putting a post in there right in front of that tent brings up the peak of the tarp, and then it goes right on the ridgeline. There's embedded strapping, nylon strapping it's what makes the ridgeline tough, you know. So I'll show you that. So it's a good setup, I think, and it's workable. It doesn't look that great, you know, depending, you know, I guess from the front it doesn't look too bad. From the side it looks kind of weird. I mean, the front looks weird too, but kind of cool. A tent under or a car under a tarp. Just kind of, yeah. So anyways, I'll get back to you. Take a walk around outside. It's beautiful. I got a couple nice snowshoe trails made. But I tell you what, the length of that trail, it's only, you know, a couple 100 feet. And then this one the same distance. Doing that and packing it twice, it ruined my hips. I gotta wait. That's what happens to me. I did bring some ibuprofen. I should take some of that. I should have been taking that yesterday too, but I didn't do it. So I can't do too much snowshoeing. You know, maybe if I took it a little by little. Anyways, good talking to you, and I sure enjoyed this camping trip, and I'll take you along on the takedown of the tarp and the little tent out there, but the other packing, there isn't really much to see. It is a lot of stuff. I might be taking 2 trips to town just for convenience, but and I want to get this camper dried out as much as possible, so it's going to be a long day. I'll try to bring you back as much as I can, though. Talk to you later now. Bye.